Cattle killed, floats broke off our water troughs drained in the worst time of year.
Many break-ins over the years. We've been robbed, we've been threatened.
They smuggle drugs and people.
Had a calf completely butchered out.
It causes death in this county, attempted murder charges, I mean, just all the way through, home invasions.
We've had home invasions, we've had vehicles stolen, we've had robberies.
We had threats against my life, my chief deputy, my sons.
Whether it's property destruction or trespassing or even sometimes homicide.
We don't know what's coming through, who's coming through, who we're dealing with really. When we deal with somebody, we don't know who they really are. So just the unknown is what's scary.
It's not just a border issue. It's an issue all across our country. As I've stated before, it's not a red issue and it's not a blue issue. It's a red, white, and blue issue.
It's not just a border problem, it's a national problem.
They living in these cities north of the borders. So they get through us, they're not living here for the most part. They're living in north here.
What you see in Arizona today, you'll see in Chicago in 6 days.
Because the people that come across the border, the border sheriffs, the immediate border sheriffs are initially impacted by that process. But it doesn't end there. Those people don't stay in those border counties. They spread out and go all over our country.
It has a very definite impact not only on law enforcement, but on health issues, on social issues, and it has a huge economic impact. And of course, our sheriffs have the difficult time that they have to deal with all of those issues.
How has this fallen to the job of the local sheriff? We're happy to do this job because it needs to be done. But the security of our international border as a sovereign nation should be and is the responsibility of our federal government.
It becomes our problem somehow. It's just an Arizona problem, or it's just a New Mexico problem, or it's just a Texas problem.
But unfortunately, once you get outside the wall here and closer to Washington, D.C., it becomes unclear. A lot of political posturing going on, a lot of yeses, but there's not a lot of action. We need action down here.
The feds have always said that immigration and federal law is their job. Well, let's get them to do their job.
Enough of all the politics. They accuse me and everybody else who wants a secure border, wants us to secure the law, that somehow we're playing politics. I don't make the laws. We enforce the laws.
Because what it boils down to is we have leadership in our country, across our nation, that are irresponsible, that they are self-serving, and they know the problems that are there and they refuse to fix them because maybe it's not politically correct or it's not on their agenda.
There is no will in Washington to secure the border. Republicans want the cheap labor and the Democrats want new voters. And everybody wants cheap tomatoes.